What's up, guys? Today we are performing a test to show you how quiet the Prinsu roof rack actually is. And to do that, we're cruising down the road in our 2022 Nissan Frontier, and it's slightly modified. So we have our lift on it, a 4-inch lift, and 33-inch tires. So if you're lucky and stay tuned, we'll show you a glimpse of what the truck's looking like. Right now, the current reading inside the truck with our decibel meter is 70 to 71 decibels. Now, there's slight variations just due to wind gusts and maybe vehicles passing or bumps in the road, things like that, but it's pretty close within 1 decibel between 70 and 71. Let's talk about the variables today. So it's 40 degrees out. We have a 20 mile an hour headwind, which is a beautiful Idaho headwind. And we're gonna also show the test from the tailwind side of things. Now, the wind's coming from the southwest, and our road is pretty parallel with the wind direction. So we have a very accurate way to measure that headwind and that tailwind. Again, the truck is slightly modified, so that does affect the noise inside just a little bit. But all things are gonna remain the same. We've tried to set this up so that we won't have any variables outside our control. So let's go test we're gonna flip around on the road here, and let's go test the tailwind reading, and then we're gonna go put our roof rack on. Okay, we've now flipped around on the highway. We have a southwest tailwind at 20 miles per hour, and our current reading inside the cab is significantly lower. So we're 67 to 68 decibels. Is what the reading is on our decibel reader. But that'll give you the rundown pre-rack. So we're gonna now head back to the shop, put the Prinsu rack on, and then we'll go do the same reading situation again with the tailwind and the headwind.
All right, so our next step, we got everything hand tight, all of our bolts. We're gonna jump down, check the alignment, make sure everything's straight, and then we'll start tightening now. Tightening now.
2,000 years later.
All right, guys, we're back in the Nissan Frontier. We've just installed today the new Prinsu roof rack on this thing, and might I say it looks beautiful. So hopefully we'll show you that, but let's talk decibel readings. So we're showing right now 71 to 72 decibels. Again, we're heading into the wind. We've got a headwind. The wind has changed slightly. It's still a southwest headwind, but we're talking 22 miles an hour now versus the 19-20 that we had earlier. I should also point out that the direction of the wind has changed just a little bit. It's coming a little bit more from the south, so it's a little more of a southwest wind, which will affect the wind noise, but pretty incredible that it's really only about a decibel higher. And again, that's going into the headwind. Temperature wise, we're at 56 degrees is what the truck is showing right now. All other variables besides adding the rack now are completely identical. So we're gonna pull around or get off the road here, get back on the highway on the tailwind side, and we'll give you that reading. All right, so we've switched around now on the highway. We are now heading with a 22 mile an hour tailwind, again coming from the southwest, and our decibel reader is showing 67 to 68 decibels. So again, with the tailwind side of things, there was really no change at all. which makes sense, you know, with the headwind that there's a little more just because there's more pressure, more wind flow through the small areas on the rack. But pretty impressive to see what the Prinsu rack does and how little of an effect it has on the interior sound inside the vehicle. So it's pretty awesome. I would mention that depending on the type of accessories you put on your rack, that is going to affect your wind noise beyond what we've tested here. So just keep that in mind. We found that, you know, tents and max tracks and boxes are pretty darn quiet. Things like high lift jacks and odd shaped items sometimes can create that additional wind noise. But that's it. That's the test. Let's run back to the shop. We want to give you guys a quick look at the rack on the truck and the overall stance and feel of the truck right now with everything that we've done to it. All right, guys, we're back in the shop. Was that not a cool test? Can you believe how quiet the Prinsu rack is? There's virtually no noise added when you install this rack, and that's really the purpose and the reason behind this revolutionary design that we've brought to the industry. The Prinsu rack is a great rack. It's form fit, it's modular, it's all aluminum, so it's super lightweight, and it provides a ton of functionality to your vehicle. Looking at it now on the Frontier, you guys got the sneak peek to the very first roof rack on a 2022 model. It fits really well front to back, side to side. You have the same options as far as your wind deflector goes. You can run a standard wind deflector like this, or you can run a 40-inch cutout for a light bar. And that's ultimately what we'll be putting on this vehicle. Really changes the look of this vehicle, makes it look a lot sportier and way purpose built for overlanding and off-roading. But let me tell you about the other things that we've done. So this truck, we've now added a lift to it. We put on a Toytech Boss suspension system, and it's a great kit. It's a 4-inch lift, gives it a really nice stance. I mean, this truck changed from kind of a baby looking mid-sized truck to a tough, you know, I have some presence kind of truck, which I think is awesome. As far as tires, we've got the Nitto Ridge Grapplers in a 285, 75, 17. So these are over a 33-inch size tire. They're like 33.8 or 9, so just under that 34-inch size. Wheels, we went with a really cool wheel, I think, especially for the color of this truck. So we're running the Black Rhino Rapid wheel, and it's a 17x9 with a +12 offset. And they call this finish, I believe it's called the matte brushed finish, matte brushed gunmetal, that's what it is. And in a light like this, it looks black. It just looks like a flat black wheel. You get it out in the sun, and it's actually a really dark bronze, almost like an oil rub bronze finish. And to me, it's just perfect with the tan on this truck. So that's basically the setup right now, but you guys got to stay tuned. Over the next couple days, we're going to be adding several new products to this truck. It's getting built out quick because we're going to be showing it to everybody at Expo West. We're going to be adding tomorrow our covert front bumper, our side steps, and also our bed bars. So stay tuned. Comment below if you have more questions on this truck or if you have more questions about the Prinsu racks. And stay tuned to our YouTube channel because we have tons coming as far as awesome adventures that we want to share with you guys.